Hey, what's up guys? Badfish4650 bringing you another honest review. Thanks for watching. Alright guys, this is my L4Expedition from Live Watersports in Clearwater, Florida. We picked this up from a dealer in Orlando called SUP and Skiff Outfitters. Shout out to them. There's their little logo right there. So if you need any paddle boards or kayaks, make sure you go hit them up. So we're going to do a quick review on this L4Expedition from Live Watersports. We're going to talk about the pluses and minuses of it, what you can expect when you get it. Now this kayak, well, this paddleboard is 14 feet long, 34 inches wide, and it holds 700 pounds. That's right, 700 pounds. I apologize guys, it's a little windy out here, so I'm probably going to be pushing this thing back and forth just so I can get you guys the best shots. So here, let's go ahead and just stick it up here on the bank for now. A little bit in the weeds, a little bit of shadows in the way. So there's another shot. So as you can see, this is basically just a flat deck on the top, 34 inches wide. It's a pontoon, which means that it has a tunnel in the middle, so you can see all the way through there. And it has Yak Attack gear tracks on all over this thing, 360 degrees. Now, that's a pro, that it has all these spots to mount all your accessories. However, the only con, which isn't really a con, it's more of a design thing from Live Watersports, because I talked to the dealership about it. These are the plastic tracks. Reason for the plastic tracks are basically because this is a fiberglass board, it's not plastic. So when you're talking fiberglass, you don't want to damage it, okay? So say like I got these fishing pole holders here, say a big fish took that. If they were metal, they would more than likely rip out of the board before they would actually break. However, with the plastic ones, they will break before they rip out of the board. So it's kind of a give or take. So I know some guys that went out and they just replaced a few here and there. You know, so it's just really up to you. But they're all plastic, but they do serve their purpose. Now, the only complaint, and this is just, it's a really easy fix actually, is that these tracks pretty much only work with Yak Attack products. And it's not the rack's fault. It's more the manufacturer's fault when they cut these rails. Like in the middle, like that long middle rail, that 24-inch one or 36-inch one, however long that is, this one where the cup holder is. If you look right here, you can see the distance between, actually let me see if I can get a better shot. All right, yeah, right there. See the distance right here between this and this? Well, if you have like, say, a Railblazer that has more of like a, instead of having like a T-bolt, it's more like a, it's a little longer. Well, the problem is like on this one, I don't know if you guys can see that, where it's really, really close right there. And I can barely get my finger in there. I can't fit the Railblazer stuff in there. So, really, the only way to fix that would be to take the rails off and cut them at more of an angle so I can get the T-bolt from Railblazer in there. But that's just a formality, so just something to think about when you buy it. In the front, this is the front of the board. Basically, you have two drain holes there. I read on some forums, I don't know how true it is, I haven't had the problem with this yet. But they say that the holes build up pressure because they're actually sealed. Like hot and cold will build up pressure. So when you store it, they say you take those plugs out just in case it builds up too much pressure. Because right here, there's a 5200 bead of silicone. Now this is just cosmetic, but I've heard that it could possibly make the hull expand and crack that. Like I said, it's just something I read, nothing I experienced firsthand. Just a couple people that had pictures and so forth. So, like I said, it's just basically a blank slate. You guys can put whatever you want to put on here, however you want to do it. I've seen guys take seats, they put seats on here, they've done all kinds of stuff. As far as paddling the board is very fast. I haven't tried it with a kayak paddle. I've tried it with this carbon fiber. I think it's Epic Drive, I think is the name of the paddle. Yeah, Epic Gear Drive series paddle. And it's fast. I mean, I've had into a headwind, and it'll probably do easily 3-4 miles an hour. It's very stable. I can stand on it, I can walk on it. Walking on it's a little hearsay, because remember, I'm 6'1", 300 pounds. So walking on it tends to be a little bit of a chore. You just kind of got to scuffle your feet, but that's probably more of me being inexperienced at paddleboarding than it is actually a problem with the board. So that's just something to take into consideration. This is my very first paddleboard. I've never been on a paddleboard before this one. So, and if that's saying something, I mean, I've had 2 knee surgeries, you know, and if I can stand up, kneel down, sit on this board, you know, it's definitely worth taking a look at for the larger fella. Other than that, I mean, there's not really much to talk about. Well, actually there is. Another con, which just basically, because this is a paddleboard, it's not a kayak, so it's going to have a little bit different, you know, different things on it, or not have on it. Like, for example, grab handles. Now, like I said, this thing is 14 feet long, 34 inches wide. I believe it's around 65 pounds empty. And the only handle on this whole thing is this one right in the middle. This little rope handle, or this canvas strap handle thing here. Ooh, there's a fish right there. So as far as picking the board up and carrying it with that, yeah, it's fine. But I wish I could add more handles to it. I did order a strap that a gentleman from Salt Strong recommended. So it basically slides around. See how this pontoon is kind of concave here? It basically, you put the strap around this part of it, and then you carry it over your shoulder like a bag. But I'm going to try that, see if that helps. Because picking it up and moving it with it being so big is a little bit of a chore. But other than that, I mean, it doesn't scratch like a plastic kayak would. That being said, if you go to the back of this guy, like I said, it's kind of a bear to move. So let me flip this guy around here for you. And what I did, I mean, this is just kind of a temporary thing to see if it works. What I did is, sorry, this thing's kind of a bear to turn, is I had some extra hydro turf laying around. So what I did, I put little hydro turf pads on the end there because I noticed I was getting scratched up from the concrete. So I put those little pads on there, but this thing's been rubbing kind of against barnacles and stuff, and you can see it's almost dang near perfect. I mean, I actually got the decal there, but that's not a big deal. So, I mean, it's a lot more resilient than a kayak is as far as heat and hull warpage and stuff like that, because this is basically built like a boat. They build the hull, it's fiberglass, laid, I believe it's vacuum infused, just like most of your high-end skiffs. And then they build the top separate, and then they bond it together with some fiberglass bonding material. I'm not exactly sure what they use, but I know that it is permanently bonded together once it leaves the factory. So, but overall, I mean, as far as if we're going to give this thing a 1 out of 10, for stability, I would, as I said, being this is my first paddleboard, I would give this thing probably an 8. It's probably the most stable paddleboard out there, honestly, because I haven't really been on too many. But it, you know, like I said, it takes some getting used to. Now, I know guys like tarpon fish on this thing, they do all kinds of stuff, and it might just be that I need to get used to it. But for now, I'm going to leave it at a solid 8. As far as accessorizing this thing, I mean, they got all kinds of stuff. They got live wells that fit in this open area here. They got power pole mounts, they got trolling motor mounts, they got outboard mounts, they got just everything you can imagine for this thing. And since it's just a flat blank slate, you can pretty much, if you have any mechanical skills, you can pretty much fabricate anything you want. So yeah, that's going to be my review of the L4Expedition by Live Watersports. Let me get you one more good picture of it. I know there's not too many reviews on this bad boy out there, but this one's mine. Now, we're talking specs again, prices and stuff. These run $2,699. That doesn't include the paddle or any accessories or the box that you see. It just is basically the board and the fins. It does come with fins. Like I said, it's 34 inches wide, 14 feet long. It holds 700 pounds. And I'm going to actually be doing another video, a stability video, show you guys, because I've already kind of tested the stability of this board. And at being 300 pounds, I literally stood on the gunnel on the side, right where that paddle is actually. And I had one pontoon all the way out of the water before that thing flipped over. This is Badfish4650. Make sure you follow me on all the social media platforms. YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And please drop a subscribe. We're going to try to start doing some live IRL fishing videos soon from all over the state of Florida. But we need 1,000 subscribers to do that. So if you could, please make sure you hit that subscribe button if you guys like our content. And once again, I want to thank you for stopping by my channel, taking a look at our videos. We'll catch you next time. Have a great one. Peace.